Welcome to Only Test, where you get just a test from a full e-bike video review along with the display settings where you can learn to fully adjust and unlock your e-bike. To see the full performance leaderboards, visit MaximumChargeEV.com. Let's jump right in. Here we go. Without further ado, 3, 2, 1, go. Soft start. Nothing too abrupt. 20. And let me... All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do our main hill climb test now, throttle only. Without further ado, 3, 2, 1, go. Tiny bit of throttle delay there. No tire slipping, so the motors do start you off nice and soft, so you don't wear out that front tire. Look at this. 3,000 watts, going 30 miles an hour. All right. Nice. Crossing over the line at just about 32 miles an hour. Wait for these cars to pass, and here we go. We're gonna pedal up to speed, see if the motors top us out. All right, we got to about 42 going down that hill. Without further ado, 3, 2, 1, go. We're flying, guys. Oh my God. Oh. We are killing it. 17 miles an hour. My God, crushed it. Let's check the 20 mile an hour brake test. Here we go. Get down to 20 and brake. That's our stopping line. These brakes are pretty good. This is a very heavy bike, and these are off-road tires. They're not going to grip the roads as good as something that had a smoother tread, but these brakes are very good. Some of the best you'll get on any e-bike. Pedal up to speed. All right, throttle only. 39, 40, all right, 41. All right, we hit 41 going one way. Let's go the other way to make sure we account for any changes in elevation and wind. Same thing. We're gonna pedal up to speed and then see where the throttle levels us out at. Here we go. Pedal, 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 pedal. All right, 40, 41, all right. That is the fastest 52 volt bike I've ever tested. And the suspension, of course, on this thing is insane. Tons of travel in the front KKE inverted air fork. Tons of travel in that rear RockShox rear suspension. And I am just throttling it for the most part. I do feel these tires ripping through the ground because, number one, they're brand new, but the tire quality is fantastic on this bike. These are higher end off-roading tires, and they are, of course, insanely wide, almost 5 inches wide. So, of course, this thing is going to be an off-road powerhouse. Wow. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Okay, we're good. Watch me now fall. Let's do that again. Yep. Going up, powering through. Oh yeah. I take a bunch of bikes through this little mini off-road section, and they're usually okay. And I say they're okay, but this just brings it to a whole new level. When you have very high quality suspension parts with a ton of travel, it truly just brings it to a whole new level. You ride one bike and you think it's okay, and you're like, okay, that's acceptable. And then you get on something like this and you realize, wow, I've been missing out. on what real suspension feels like. Alright guys, let's go over the display settings and the display controls of the Ecells King's Crown. So first, to turn it on, hold the power button, and a nice looking Ecells logo comes up. And over here we've got the speedometer and your watt meter. So this is going to tell you how many watts you're pulling at a given moment. Using the switch over here, you can change it from rear motor, so only the rear motor lights up, dual motors, or front motor. We'll keep it at dual motor. You've got battery voltage meters for both the rear and the front battery. That's something I've never seen on any other e-bike. You can go from 0 all the way up to 9 levels of pedal assist, although this is changeable in the display settings. We're going to get to that in a second. Pressing the power button, you can switch from time, odometer, range, your trip distance, and you're back to time. And to reset the display, you just hold the plus and minus buttons down, and it resets the trip distance and the time right here. Notice that the trip distance is now at 0 miles. The odometer is still the same at 100 miles. So to get into the advanced settings of the display, you double tap the M button, and from there you press the N button again, and you can switch the language that this is in. We're going to keep this at English. System settings, you can switch from miles an hour to kilometers an hour. Change the brightness of the screen. Auto off is after how many minutes does the bike turn off. We're going to keep that at 5 minutes. Scenes, here you can switch the two things that are shown on the main display. I like to set it at power, but you can switch it to navigation. And when you switch it to navigation, this says waiting for data. And I think what this does is it syncs up to your phone. I like seeing the power output of my bike, so I'm going to put it back to the power setting. Here you adjust the clock on the display. Moving on down, you can add a start password. Be very, very careful, because as far as I know, if you set a password and you forget it, you have to buy an entirely new display, so make sure you remember the password after you set it. Here you can change how many assist levels there are. Right now it's set to 9. You can make it down to 5, 3, or this use setting, which looks like it gives you 6 levels of pedal assist. Interesting. Let's bring it up to 5 levels. Wheel size you can use to adjust the accuracy of your speedometer. I find that setting it at 29 inches gives me the most accurate speedometer setting. Battery setting is automatically set to 72 volts. And even though this is a 52 volt system, when I set this to 52, the bike did not run properly, so I wouldn't adjust this, just keep this at 72. Battery indicator, obviously we want voltage, although you can switch it to percentage or just turn it off entirely. Power indicator, you can turn that off and keep it on. We're going to keep ours on. Battery selection. So here's where you can choose how the batteries are run in dual battery mode. Currently, I have it set so that both batteries drain equally, but you can switch it to work sequentially. So first the front battery will drain and then the rear battery, or the other way around, the rear battery first and then the front, or you can just switch it internally to use one battery or the other battery only. Keeping it in this setting where both batteries drain equally will give you the most efficiency from the battery, and it'll give you the most power because you'll have the least amount of voltage drop. Work mode, here's where you can change the class of the bike. So I have mine set to unlimited, but you can also switch to class 1, class 2, class 3. And this is great for if you're on a trail and you are restricted to a specific type of class, or you want to just keep it in the legal realm just in case you get pulled over. You can switch it to a legal class and you'll be all set and you'll have no issues with the legality of your e-bike. Now, if you go down here, there's an advanced setting password, which is 1919, and you can adjust the speed limit of the bike, which we do have it set to full speed, which was 61.4 miles an hour. It already comes to you at full speeds. We obviously don't need to change that. Down here, you can restore to factory default settings. And it looks like here is some information that you can get from your ride, where you can see your average speed, your range, your odometer, battery information, battery health, and some more info on the display. And just like all bikes, holding down the minus button is going to give you a slow walk mode, so you can walk next to your bike going at a slow 3 miles an hour.